back to From the Press Box at FridayNightOhio.com. I'm Jim Thomas with the Repository.
And I'm Andrew Adam from the Suburbanite.
And today we're here to talk to you about fans in football, big games, and teams on the bubble going into Week 7.
Well, first of all, we're going to talk about the fans and what makes a knowledgeable fan.
What does?
I think the first thing that you need to do is know when to cheer and when not to. When you're the home team and your defense is on the field, you want to cheer and go nuts and make life tough for the offense, for the opposing team's offense. Make sure that they can't hear the plays being called.
But you've also got to have etiquette. You can't be yelling or swearing. You've got to support your team when it's needed, disrupt the other team when it's needed. But you got to remember there are young kids at games. Just general, have some sense when you're at a game.
And if your team is losing, don't start booing them. I mean, these are your own kids. I mean, would you want to be booed by your parents if you were having a bad day? No. I mean, you want to give positive reinforcement to your kids, which can easily go a long way to making a team better.
Support your team, support your coach, most of all, support your players.
As for the big game of the week, we're looking at Alliance, who will be traveling to Louisville as the Aviators will bring their big power D against the Leopards' strong O.
The Leopards have been playing great on offense this year, led by quarterback Neil Seaman. He's got a lot of weapons to go to. Bob Swigert, Brandon Matty, Dane Matty at running back. They're really balanced, and Seaman is the kind of guy who makes the whole machine run.
Yeah, but the thing is, you mentioned all those names. I mean, the Aviators have given up only 8 points per game so far in the conference, but when you got that many weapons, you can't double cover one guy and just expect to stop the offense of the Leopards.
Now, the middle linebacker for Alliance, DeLeon Fremont, he's the guy who's the anchor. He's going to have to stop the run first, but with Louisville, that's not always the case, so that's going to be a real problem for the Aviators, trying to figure out what to do. I'm sure Louisville's going to try and keep them guessing.
The only thing that might help is the weather's going to get a little cooler this weekend, and that might make it a little harder to catch the ball, which might slow down the Leopards' offense.
I don't think so. Louisville's third in the computer points in the rankings this week out of every school in Ohio. Yeah. So they went to the state final game last year. They were playing in winter. They're going to be ready for the winter weather. If it gets cool, 50s, whatever, that's nothing for them. They'll be in shorts. Right now, you got to hope that it's a low-scoring game if you're an Aviator fan. Another big game this week is 6-0 Tuslaw traveling to 3-3 Timken at Fawcett Stadium. Tuslaw moved into first place in the Pac-7 last week with a big win over unbeaten CVCA.
This will be a big statement game for Timken. This is kind of to see where are they. Are they a good team or are they a bad team? They've had close games against Garraway and Fairless, but couldn't get the job done. This is the week they need to get it done if they want to have any shot at the playoffs.
Timken gave Tuslaw a great game last year, 22-20, but for them to play up to Tuslaw's level, a championship level, is a great challenge for the Trojans.
Final big game we're going to talk about is Glen Oak versus Lake. By the records, this doesn't look like a big matchup, but Glen Oak is coming off a loss against McKinley, and one of the 2 wins that Lake has was against Green, and Green took Glen Oak to double overtime back in Week 3. This could be a game to overlook for Glen Oak. I mean, what do you think?
I don't think Glen Oak will overlook Lake. They're very sound offensively and defensively. Coach Jeff Durbin does a great job. And last week, Tyler Crowell and the offense got the running game going, and that's what they're all about.
Yeah, they're going to need to do that again. 27 points last week. They're going to have to put up at least that much if they want to be in the game with Glen Oak.
2 teams on the bubble this week are Canton, McKinley, and Perry. Both teams are 4-2, making this a totally crucial game.
Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much make or break. McKinley sits right now 8th in the rankings, and Perry sits 13th. So whoever loses this game, your playoff chances are pretty much done. For Perry, it's going to be a matter of was the non-conference 3-0 a fluke, or is Caleb Labs and the Perry offense the real deal?
For McKinley, Kyle Orodzinski, a sophomore quarterback, showed great poise last week in helping the team come from behind to beat Glen Oak. They've won 4 in a row under Coach Ron Johnson. They're really starting to pick up on his system right now, and it's going to make for a great competition.
Well, that's all the time we have here on From the Press Box on FridayNightOhio.com. This is Andrew Adam from the Suburbanite.
And Jim Thomas from the Repository.